protons carry secrets deep inside your smallest energy factories. Think of every tiny ATP molecule not as mere fuel, but as a microscopic data packet vibrating across cellular boundaries. We assume mitochondria just make power, right? Wrong. These complexes are performing subtle, almost impossible bookkeeping that dictates whether you sense calm or outright panic. Like tuning the frequency on an ancient radio station, small molecular jitters change the entire broadcast received by your whole system. This isn't chemistry at work. It is information flowing through biological resonance itself.
But where does that resonant information go? We see earlier how those molecular jitters create a broadcast, but what happens when that signal interacts with the deep architecture of self? Some research suggests these tiny fluctuations in energy transfer actually carve out non-transcriptional memories within our cells, an intrinsic biological blueprint. Imagine your DNA isn't just a static instruction manual. Picture it as an imperfectly maintained tape reel recording events from past stress and quietude alike, all encoded through how the cellular machinery handles its waste products. This means even before we consciously change anything, the physical state of these power stations is writing our history for us.
What happens next? That ingrained biological history doesn't just sit there passively. Some theory suggests that the energetic noise from these cellular systems acts as a kind of internal barometer, directly tweaking how our brains decide what to do, when to signal danger, or when to rest in safety. Imagine your brain is a complex orchestra. Those mitochondrial fluctuations are setting the fundamental tempo and tension for every single instrument across the entire system. We are talking about metabolic states actively calibrating neuronal firing thresholds, and that suggests something nobody expected for systemic stability, which means we need to map this noise into true measures of whole organism coherence in the next moment.
That same subtle energetic imprinting isn't just a theoretical ripple. Some research indicates that when these quantum biological events happen, they directly interface with external fields, like how specialized crystals might resonate near warm bodies. Think of it like tuning an antenna, not for music, but for cosmic background noise itself. We are starting to see evidence suggesting the mitochondrial activity is mapping out system-wide states of homeostatic complexity, moving beyond simple localized energy spikes. But wait, some leading bioenergetic scientists claim these fluctuations stabilize information flow. They find the opposite correlation entirely across their aging cohorts. What truly governs this ultimate coherence? You absolutely need to hear what comes next.
The core problem remains unresolved, though. We see localized energetic signatures mapping system states, but how does that translate into something generalized? Imagine trying to read a complete novel from just one word fragment across millions of pages simultaneously. That gap between molecular noise and actual conscious complexity, it's the biggest barrier in science right now. But theory suggests we can build maps. We are starting to frame frameworks where those tiny bioenergetic jitters become measurable metrics for whole organismal coherence itself. It is a shift from observing heat output to reading the underlying pattern vibration. The system isn't just running, it's recording, and that recording needs a language beyond simple measurement we haven't found yet.
We thought those energetic imprints were just reflections of local conditions, like how wind affects a single dune. But what if that noise is actually an intentional recording? Imagine not random static, but a complex archival system written into the very fabric of cellular maintenance. Some models now suggest this process taps directly into what physicists call quantum coherence across these systems. It implies something much deeper than just metabolic bookkeeping. It suggests information integrity itself might be stored there. We are looking at mechanisms that defy simple energy measurement altogether. The resolution isn't in finding more energy units or tracking faster currents. It lies where biology meets pure pattern recognition, right at that boundary between microscopic activity and systemic self-awareness. Think of our entire physical state as a vast cosmic recording device. Those fluctuations aren't static noise. They are complex data points being archived within the cellular architecture itself. When we manage to translate those subtle energetic imprints into coherent metrics across an organism, that's when we move from biology to true information science. The actionable wisdom here is this: seek not just metabolic optimization, but systemic pattern integrity in your approach to vitality. That shift changes everything about what it means to be alive and self-regulating. The full research archive is at jmthomasofficial.com.
The final piece of insight moves us beyond simply observing energy patterns. We find ourselves looking at computation itself. Imagine a massive, decentralized server farm running silently inside every cell you possess. That processing capacity isn't about generating more power anymore. It's fundamentally an internal negotiation system determining systemic resilience against chaos. It is the architecture where biological decision-making becomes self-aware of its own metabolic needs.